Episode 5. Submitted by Dana. Ann Arbor, Michigan. 41. Read exactly as submitted. The signature said Dana K. I don't have a middle name. My mother ran out of ideas after the first one. So it's just Dana on my license, my paychecks, the lease. But for about a year, every email that left my work account ended the same way. Dana K., regional accounts, and under it, a little sign-off I never wrote. Warm regards, DK. Somebody had built a signature block with a second initial in it. An initial that stood for nothing, and that somebody was my husband. It started the winter I got sick, not the kind you can point to, just a tiredness that sat on my chest and would not move. I work from home. Paul offered to clear my inbox one morning so I could sleep, and he was good at it, better than I expected, so I let him do it the next morning too. I meant a week. I think a lot now about the distance between what I meant and what happened. He never hid it. He would tell me at dinner, I let Reuben know the Cleveland numbers would be late, and I would nod, because I did know, the way you know the weather. I signed nothing, and I read less. The account answered faster than I ever had. People wrote back saying, "You are a lifesaver, DK." And I felt the small warmth of being liked, and did not ask by whom. The K, he said once, was so it would not feel like forging. A middle initial I did not have made it his instead of mine. At the time, I thought that was almost sweet. We had a regional meeting in October. In person. The first time in a year, the East office and mine would be in one room. I flew to Columbus. I was better by then, mostly. I walked into the conference room and a man stood up too fast, put out his hand and said, Dana Cairds. And then his face did the thing I have not stopped seeing. It fell, only slightly, the way a face falls when the person in front of you turns out to be a stranger wearing a name you love. Reuben had worked with me, with the account, every day for a year. He had texted me a photo of his newborn. And meeting the actual me, tired and quiet and slow to laugh, he looked the way you look when you understand that the quick, funny, generous person you had been writing to all year was never going to walk through that door. Because she does not exist. Because she is a man at my kitchen table in Michigan, drinking my coffee. He covered it. Everyone was polite. But at lunch, I watched them orbit me carefully, the way you move around someone who has been in an accident, and I understood that all of them already knew the thing I was only now learning. That Dana K. was the good one, that they had spent a year with her and gotten me by mistake. I flew home and asked Paul to stop, and he did. That night. No argument. The next morning, I sat down to answer my own email, and I could not. I wrote a sentence, and it sounded like a hostage reading a statement. I deleted it. I wrote it warmer, and it sounded like him doing warm. 40 minutes, and I had 4 lines that read like a woman filling in for someone more competent, and I understood that I was one. I had become the temp covering my own desk, so I put the K back. I tell myself it is only faster, but I know what I do at the bottom of every message now. I sign myself with an initial that stands for nothing of mine, so I will sound like the version of me that people can stand to hear from. The account answers quickly again. Everyone is relieved. Sometimes Paul reads over my shoulder and says, "That is good, that sounds like you," and I say, "Thank you." I do not tell him that I no longer know which one of us he means.